11.7 odds. I can find odds.
I can find odds. This should say odds, not odd. Odds, right? All right, vocab. Odds and odds in favor, they mean the same thing, right?
Yeah.
They are the exact same thing. I just gave you two different ways of looking at them. The first example is the ratio showing what could and could not happen. It's a very simplistic way. The more official mathematical way is saying number of times something favorable happens. Favorable means what?
What you're looking for.
And then that would be compared to the number of times something unfavorable happens, which is what you're not looking for. Formulas. So the formula to calculate odds would be A to B, and A represents what?
Favorable outcome.
And B represents what?
Unfavorable outcome.
And you can express odds in three ways: using the colon, using a fraction, or using the word
2.
And then with odds, so for example, the odds of flipping a head are a 1-to-1, right? Because heads would be a favorable outcome and tails would be a.
Unfavorable.
So the total number of outcomes in odds would be A, because this is my A and this is my B, right?
Yeah.
It would be A plus B. So in flipping a coin, how many possibilities are there?
2.
Okay, so odds, you just add up the two numbers for possibilities. Odds against is just the opposite. It's B over A. Okay, so you literally are going to flip the odds in favor formula over or invert it so that you have odds against. Our practice, I'm going to read this one to you. In a raffle, 100 tickets are sold, 3 tickets are winners. What are the odds of winning? What are we looking for, first of all, you guys? In this question, I need your eyes up here. In this question, what are we looking for?
Winning.
Winning. Okay, so the odds in favor, or the odds of winning would be 3 over 97. So this is what we're looking for. That's like the A in our formula, right?
Yes.
Okay. The probability of winning, so we switched over to probability, would be, because what are these two numbers added together?
100.
So that's the number of possibilities. Okay, what are the odds against winning? Remember, odds against now are B over A, right? So what are we looking for? No. No, what are we looking for? Winning. We're still looking for winning, right? But now winning goes to the bottom of the fraction bar, right?
Yes.
It goes underneath the fraction bar. So we're still looking for winning, but we're looking for the odds against winning. So winning is still what we're looking at. That's why it goes on the bottom, right? Because that would be the favorable outcome. So you just use your formulas. What are the odds of losing? Now what are we looking for here?
Losing.
Now we're looking for losing. And losing is going to go on the top. Because we're now looking for odds. We're not looking for odds against. We're looking for odds. So the odds of losing, what we're looking for is going to be A over B. Losing is what we're looking for. Therefore, it becomes an A. These are the exact same questions, but you're using two different formulas to get to the answer. That's where I think things can get confusing, and you got to slow down and think about what's being asked. I'm going to slide up to my cheat sheet. This is what I said for my cheat sheet. Your favorable answer is what the question or problem is asking you about. So again, if we slide down, I'm asking you about winning right here, and I'm asking you about losing right here. So whatever's being asked about is the favorable. You guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. This one I asked you to convert odds to probability. So you simply added the odds in favor and the odds against, right? And that is your total number of outcomes. And then down here, the last one, I just gave you a picture and asked you to select the odds of the X's and the O's. So it was the odds against. So it would be a B over A formula, right? Okay, so the odds against selecting an X. X's are the favorable, and it goes in the bottom, right? And then odds can always be from 4 over 2 to
2 over 1.
So odds can always be
2.
reduced. Any questions?